Hi, I'm following along with Paul McWhorter's Raspberry Pi lessons, and we had a really interesting lesson this week using UDP to communicate over the network between the Raspberry Pi and a PC. Um, that's something I had no clue about, so it was very interesting to learn, and I can see many uses for it. Anyhow, he left us homework to set up the DHT temperature sensor on the Raspberry Pi and send it to the PC, send the data to the PC. So um, first thing I did was got Paul's code working for what he was showing how to do, work through the same thing he had just to make sure I had all the facts right. And then I said, well, all we have to do is change it just a little bit to make it that. So let's get to the code. We'll start off with the Raspberry Pi. Like I say, I'm VNCing into my Raspberry Pi. So this is the Raspberry Pi code. Um, so like I said, the new stuff I added was the GPIO and the DHT11 modules, and then set up the DHT11 and got that going. And then let's see, I got it running right now. So in our while true, where we were doing our increment and decrement, the only thing I do is I'm getting the PC every 5 seconds to send a message to the server, just DHT. And if it says DHT, and we're going to try to get results from my temperature. I don't know, my temperature sensor is being a little flaky today. I'm getting a lot of no readings in here. So I just have an if statement, if valid readings, getting the temperature and the humidity. And then I'm putting it into a formatted string here so that we can send it over to the PC in a nice format. And if I don't get a reading, I'm just writing no reading. And I did add to try and accept keyboard interrupts so I could get out of these. Plus, that way you can clean up your GPIO. So that's basically, you can see we're sending, sometimes we're getting no reading, but we're sending a temperature, or we're recording our temperature and humidity. And we can go over to the PC. I'm running that on my Visual Studio Code set up on the PC. And you can see the readings are coming through. So the only thing I had to do here was, like I say, I wanted to do it every 5 seconds. So I decided to do, import the time. And it's pretty much the same code that Paul had, except for we're just getting back, instead of a number, we're just getting back the string that we're getting, and then we're just printing it out. The data from that. So we're printing the data. So you can see, if we get a reading, we're printing it. If we get no reading, that's what we're printing as well, because that's what's coming in from the thing. I see lots of projects using this coming up, and I certainly thank Paul for all he did. And here in Maryland, it's a cold 10-degree Fahrenheit day, and good to be inside. We're 74 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's a good thing. I got a little bit of work outside on the farm to do today, but I figured at about 10 o'clock in the morning, it still hadn't got above 10 or 11 degrees outside. So hopefully it warms up to, supposed to get up to 25 today. So hopefully it gets warm enough for me to get out and do a little bit of work on the farm. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Thanks, Paul, again for all you do. Have a great day.